Hello, hello. Happy Monday. Hope you're all doing good today. Thought I'd jump on and do some more readings, and we do have that giveaway going on. So if you're interested, if you leave a tip for $5 or more, you will go onto a list for the raffle for the end of the month, and I'll be giving away a 20-minute reading. And so far we have Catherine Perez, Angel Lopez, Tim Varesh, I think is how he says it, Regina Scholes, Christy Lewandowski, Margarita Garay, and Ryan Hill Withers are on the list so far. So, hello, Kathy. I'm just trying to find some music right now, so give me 1 second. Oh, we're closer to a couple minutes. Please share this if you can, though. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Norma keeps sharing in the group, so it keeps locking my screen up. Let's do upbeat. It's Monday. Hello, Trina. How are you? Good to see you. Let's see. Disco. I mean, I like disco sometimes. Depends on what kind of disco. Oh, Daft Funk style. All right, so this is. Yeah, okay, don't think I have to mention anybody else. See a name on this. It's like some jazzy, jazzed up elevator music. Oh, I just screwed up. Hold on, there we go. Hit the screen. Oh, come on. Navigation is. All right, there we go. So how's everybody doing? From Italy, nice to see you, Manuela. If you want a reading, I'll be giving 3-card readings away, or for a tip of $5 or more, and then you'll go on to the into the raffle for a free 20-minute session. It's making me cut out. I know too much. Let's see which one. That's right. I got too many devices on. All right, so Denise Nelson, first one, she's going on the list as well. I've read for Denise many times. Hello, Denise. Did you have a particular question? Thank you. So Denise will go on the list as well. Yeah, I had to take my phone off the Wi-Fi. Just on data there because I'm not using it for anything. Relationship read. All right, is this with that certain someone we've been talking about? Okay. So let's look into the situation and see what's going on. All right, first card is the 10 of Pentacles. Second card is the Sun. Ooh, third card is the 2 of Cups. So that looks good for you. I mean, I feel like that's where it starts is work, and that relates to work. The 10 of Pentacles for me is a lot of activity regarding material things, as in money or trade, of any kind. And I feel like this is kind of that past card, right? You were working together, you worked well together, and it's moved to another realm, right? The sun is in the middle, so this seems to be happy. I don't know if he's been calling you or if he's been reaching out, but there seems to be friendship. That orange blanket or cape or drape of some kind, that represents friendship. Oh, it's a flag, so it's got a flagpole on it. But the yellow sun, that's all about happiness. That's all about just being, having the willpower to just move forward. And the orange represents that sacral chakra, which has a lot to do with how we feel about others. So these are things to work on, but I feel like there's good news here. It's changed within the last time we've talked. And then we've got the Two of Cups, which is the love card, right? Healing. See the snakes, that's like that healing symbol going up. Whoops. Going up right here. And the strength of the lion. The snakes represent healing, and they represent the extra strand of DNA that we have. So I feel like you're actually, it looks like the future looks better. Like it looks good for this person. I don't know if he's opened up to you. Has he been calling you or reaching out, Denise? The cards are showing a good connection here. And like a reconciliation from the last time we talked. Hello, Jonna. What's up, Ryan? Ryan English? Denise, are you still with us? I'm kind of interested in that. I'm waiting for a response here. Yeah, the cards are showing well. Like from what we've talked about, like it seems like there's been a shift. So I don't know. Did you ask a question in your head, or were you just wondering about the relationship in general? Because I feel like it looks good. I mean, those cards were all good. Like it showed your past working together. And I know a little bit about the situation, so it's a little easier to read. But from what I was reading from the cards, I think the only thing you need to watch out for is just not getting too panicked about the connection, like worrying about the negative things that could happen there until they've actually happened. But, you know, there are some issues there we don't have to talk about here. But yeah, in general, it looks like it's not over. And I didn't think it was over last time. And the last time we talked, I didn't think he was walking away for good. All right, let's see where else we're at here. That was one song, really? Come on, give me a playlist. Oh my God. That was 1 hour. Anything good coming your way? Of course, Brian. Of course it is. Are you working on manifesting? Oh, I love automatic writing, Dana. Yeah, I don't do it as much as I used to, but I used to do it a lot. Yeah, Ryan, are you focused on what you want? Or do you just not really feeling any inspiration right now? Because I feel like it's time to manifest Just going to pull a card from the deck right here for you. Death. Got to make some changes before you get what you want. So really changing your perception. I feel like you're headed that way anyway, where you're going to actually move through a certain, let's call it a dimension, right? Moving up in a certain dimension, or more moving in a different perception, a different way of life, maybe a change of lifestyle. But that does seem like letting old things go and moving on to new ideas that you may not know as much about, but I feel like they bring more rewards. I don't know if they maybe have something to do with school or higher learning.
Just the way it should be. Join today at misfitsmarket.com.
Of course, man, there's always luck around for you. But you have to help create that luck. I do, Bonnie. Not usually on the lives because it takes a minute, but yeah, I do. Coco. Coco the movie? Is that what you're talking about? Is that your name? Your friend, Coco. Do I have a link for PayPal? Yeah, I'm going to type it in right now here. It might be in the comments. They might have already put it there. Right? Yep, it's right there. You see it on the screen? And we'll be doing a collective at the end here, so stick around. Please share. It's harder and harder to get in the algorithm these days. So I could use all the help I can get. Why do I feel dancing, Bonnie? Like I'm getting dancing. Was she a dancer, or did y'all just used to go dancing or something? I feel like it doesn't exactly feel like dance. I mean, it's dancing, but it's more of like expression, right? Or expressive dance. Like a lot of flowing clothing or flowing kind of, it's a kind of a brown color. Of, similar to, let's see, like a scarf or something, but it seems to be flowing, like she's carrying it. She has short hair. Hello, Lori. I'm feeling like a strong personality, though. I feel like this is for Bonnie. I'll tell you if I pick up more. Oh, thank you, Jonah. You are next then, and you're going to the, I'll put your name on the list for the raffle at the end of the month for the free 20-minute reading. All right, do you have a question, Jonah? Jonah? I know I always screw that up, sorry. And you've been around for a while. That should know apps. General? Okay. What up, Rohit 22 from Twitch, eh? Nice. I don't get many Twitch viewers. Glad you're here. Thank you for being here. All right, this is for Jana. First card is the water card. So this is about expressing yourself. It is the expression card, but it has a lot to do with just being more of you, not holding back when it comes to certain situations. I feel like there's sometimes when you feel like you missed out because you haven't expressed yourself. So the universe is kind of pushing you that way, but it still feels like the confidence levels, we're still working on confidence for you. So make sure you're always expressing yourself through art, through voice, speaking up. Like I was saying before, an expressive dance. I just picked up on somebody trying to communicate, but I don't know where Bonnie went, but her friend Coco. And I feel same thing, like expressing yourself, whatever way you do that, do everything more methodically, with more thought, with more mindfulness. You got prayer, hope. So maybe gone through some things, or maybe just feeling a little bit different energy. If you're feeling a little off, even if it's just feeling off, nothing's really happened. It's just kind of having kind of a depressive feeling. Understand the weather has a lot to do with that. So if you're in a place where things are, we are changing the seasons right now, that plays a lot into how we feel, and our general wellness, right? Physical wellness. So we can get sick during these times as the seasons change, as the pressure changes, as the temperature changes. I feel like this card is more about thinking about what you want and not thinking so much about what you don't want. Like, don't get trapped in that place of thinking too negatively about things. But you are coming to this place where you're going to need to ask for help, or ask your higher power, maybe tuning into your higher power and being able to listen to what they're trying to relay to you, the messages they're trying to give to you. And I feel like you're coming to the end of a cycle. This feels very transformative. So I feel like you have made some changes to change that cycle, or change this certain cycle you're in. And it could be many cycles, but I do feel like you're coming to an end of a cycle and about to begin a new one. And that's always good. That's always a fresh start. I feel like you're coming out of the darkness, coming into the light again, excited about life, excited about where you're going, and it looks good. Oh, thank you for checking in, Evangelina. Hello, Tiffany. We're doing well. Getting ready to move here within the next week or so, or the end of the month. So we got Trinia, Michelle, right? Trinia, and Johnny Katamaki just did. Okay, Trinia, are you still here? Sorry, I skipped you. I didn't mean to. I didn't see it until now. We're moving about 30 minutes south, and we live in Bountiful. We're going to be moving to South Salt Lake. There she is. All right, Trinia. I remember your last reading, or somewhat. Are we doing a general reading, or are we doing did you have a specific question? General? Okay. Oh, thank you, Lori. Thank you for your donation. Yep, Trina sent $11.11. Jonna sent $10. You're all in. And it should show up here in a second. Denise sent $10. And then you said Lori just sent a donation. So as soon as we're done with the one for Trina, we'll get to you, Lori. Why do I feel like you kind of had to take yourself and put yourself out of everything for a while? Are you kind of isolating? Buried in Earth card, transference. That's it's about changing kind of the way you. I feel like you're stepping back or stepping away. Like I need some time. I need some space. Okay, enough energy is being taken from me. Like I feel like there's energy just coming at you that's kind of draining you. And that's what this card's about, like taking some time away so you can kind of replenish feeling you need to. And maybe you've done that in the past, just recently. Are you starting to like maybe spend more time alone lately? As you do this, I feel like this is a good move for you. I feel like taking that time buried in earth, right? And that's an old native or indigenous thing some indigenous tribes would do is somebody would bury themselves in about 3 feet of dirt under the ground with a little straw sticking up so they can breathe. But taking time away and then having, they're doing a ritual here, trying to help kind of get this person back on track. They've lost their way, and I feel like that's where you're at. Is that you're all those. I feel like spirit's really trying to help kind of put that energy back into you that you always have, and you have it now. But I feel like because of a lot of the negative energy, that's what the deflection card is deflecting a lot of that negativity, deflecting a lot of the just poor thoughts, and we all get them. But it seems to be a lot of it's coming at you right now, kind of feeling overwhelmed. And that's it's important to keep awake or just shoo that away. Like if you get just a random thought that's negative and you can't kind of get rid of right away, take some time to just to smudge maybe, or just shoo it away. And the best way the best way to beat a negative thought is a positive one. All right, and then Dreamweaver. So visiting your home, I feel like you're in that 5th dimension when you dream, for sure. You're in the 5th dimension when you're here. You see a lot of things that not many other people see, and you need not doubt it. It's real. So if you're communicating with anybody that you feel close to, or those that have passed on, even those that are still here, I feel like there's communication going on here. I feel like, the Dreamweaver is about being able to like lucid dream or really working on that, remembering your dreams. And I would keep a dream journal because I feel like there are some pretty profound messages coming through. A lot of them could be just visual. Maybe you're not getting you're not getting words, you might just be getting visuals. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Trinia. All right. So Lori sent a donation. Let's get to Lori next. Where did you send it? Did you send it to CashApp? Whoops, it might be right here. You're very welcome, Trinia. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your tip, and thank you for being here. I know you're here quite frequently, and like Kathy and Lori, there's a few here that, Sarah shows up every time. I mean, you guys are awesome. You're all awesome. Philly Ryan English. Mary, good to see you, girl. Awesome. I'm glad that resonated, Trinia. On Venmo? Okay. Well, let's just, let's see here. For some reason, I don't get the Venmo notifications. Let me make sure that's on. Hello, Tammy. Oh, wow. Thank you. Yes, Lori sent a $20 donation, so thank you, Lori. You want to know about health. All right, let's do the Rider-Waite cards for this. You guys liking the music, or should I turn it on something else? Any requests? Has to be copyright free. So. I just play some blues. That's what I would do. It is a Monday. Monday is always a good day for the blues. Oh, sending love back. My music? Really? I'm a little embarrassed. Okay, let me see if I can find it. All right, hold on. I'll bet you Norma's laughing in the background right now. Somebody asked for my music. This has been a while, though. It's still good music, I think. All right, we'll play my music. Oh, I just screwed up. Keep happy fingers. Okay. All right. Oh, I can see it. Yeah. All right, Lori. So, first card is the Five of Pentacles. So, this is like, as far as health goes, you know, I mean, obviously you can see the guy in crutches. You can see the woman's not feeling so good, feeling like she's starving or something. They're out in the cold outside of the church. And I feel like this is... So, this has a lot to do with just kind of how you've been feeling lately and in the past. This is in the past. So, it seems to be better. Are you waiting on some type of a decision? Like, you're waiting for the doctors or somebody to tell you something, like waiting back to hear from somebody because of tests or something? Could be off, but Page of Swords is talking about, it's what I'm picking up from the Page of Swords, which is the messenger, always about the intellect, being smart, and I feel like if you're waiting on a nurse or waiting on somebody to give you a call, I feel like it's going to take work. I don't know if you're feeling out, like your health isn't good right now, but I do feel like if it isn't, it seems like you're going to be okay. I got the Eight of Pentacles, which is good, which is like just working on it. Blood work. Okay. So it's something, it's not as serious as you think it is. It's something you can just manage and maintain. Even if you do have something, and I'm not a doctor, I'm going to tell you from, this is for entertainment purposes only. I hate saying that, but I have to. But really, I'm not a doctor, but it seems like it's something you can work on and something you can manage. So it's not something you need to be really, you shouldn't be worried about it at all. I mean, I feel like if you're feeling like you need to change your lifestyle in one way or another, maybe diet or whatever it is, exercise, trying different alternative medicines or more preventative medicines, I think that's where you should start focusing. And of course, with Western medicine and your doctor, I feel like you can use both of them at the same time, and you won't have to use as many of the harmful drugs that are used to heal people sometimes. You know what I mean? But I feel like your health overall, you're going to be able to get on top of it. But it is going to take some work. It's going to take some discipline. And thank you, Lori. Hope that resonated. Okay, somebody else left a donation. Yes, Mary left a donation. And John, did you leave another donation? Oh, no, that was Mary. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right, Mary, what's up? You got a question, or are we just doing a general? I keep looking over here, and I need to be looking here. That's why I need my keyboard in front of me. said, thank you for the $3.33, Mary. I appreciate you. You're welcome, Lori. Feeling a bit lost. You're not lost. You're just a little spun out in anxiety right now. But you're not lost. Just got to learn how to get rid of some of that chaotic energy that's tending to put you in like this place of like being stuck. I was just talking to my daughter about this. Let's pull some cards though. That's just from, you know, being up in your head way too much. You should never like not be up in your head, but it is. Look, first card, upper world. Don't focus too much on the future, but do it in a positive way. I mean, of course you want to, you know, see it's got the horoscope wheel, zodiac wheel, so you can, that's another way you can utilize things. Like start to learn maybe a little bit more of the astrology, where it's not, because I feel like your messages are coming through, but some of them are just fear. It's like you're not taking the time to really look at it, and that's because you're not grounding yourself right now. Offerings, that's about abundance, giving it and gaining it, or receiving it. And I feel like right now you do want to be more charitable. And that doesn't have to be money. I feel like just being more charitable with your time, helping others. You are somebody that does that, but that will help. That will help. I feel like helping others or utilizing it to help others instead of just focusing on your stuff. That's going to help you a lot. So maybe do some readings for some people, for some friends. And then we've got North, solitude. And after we do that, we take some time to ourselves. So as you're helping others with the future, you're very psychic, I know. And as you're helping others kind of figure out issues in their lives, it's important to keep a boundary at your home and where you're at. Like, I feel like you don't want to do these readings at home. I feel like it's good to take some time alone or just with your family, not interacting with too many people at home right at the moment. But going out to socialize, going out to help and utilize that gift. Don't just give anybody, you know, ask them, always get their permission before giving a reading, or helping them with, you know, something you see intuitively or feel. Always ask them before, you know, giving them the message, if it's okay. But I feel like utilizing more of it for not looking so much into your own life. Like, it's okay to do that, but we can kind of tend to get stuck in the future too much or the past. For you, I think it's more being stuck in the future. And then you start thinking of bad outcomes all the time. But you're not lost. Like, it's just learning how to, and you could just be creative. That should help as well. Hey, what's up, Omar? Good to see you, brother. We were supposed to go live earlier. Or did I get the time wrong? I might have. I know you got a lot going on too in your life, so no worries. You can do it tomorrow or something. Well, you got to get rid of that thought of thinking it's not good enough. Practice, practice, practice. That's why I'm a practicing shaman. That's why I'm a practicing psychic, because I'm always practicing. There's not really a destination. We don't get this place where we can call ourselves. And if you're calling yourself a master, yeah, that's another story. But really, we're learning to master things. But we're always learning. We're always getting better. All right, where are we at here? You want me to send you the link? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Probably do it on my phone. Yeah, Omar's going to get on here and talk about our event on Saturday. So if y'all would like to come, make sure you go to my Facebook page and look for our galactic or our ancient galactic Origins, sorry. It's on my Facebook page, our Ancient Galactic Origins. And it's a paid event. It's going to be this Saturday at 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. It'll probably last 2 or 3 hours. We have 3 guests on this time, so should be a lot of fun. I know it's going to get pretty profound because we've got a few different personalities on there, and we're just going to go from there. And I'm coming from a psychic's perspective, so, and I've taken some time to learn about our origins, and that's why I've created this event. But I think you'll all love it. So make sure you get your tickets now, so you don't forget. And we'll be in a private room, private viewing room. Let me see if I can get one more. Yeah, they can't copyright strike me for my own music, right? Hello, Janet. How are you? Good to see you. What's up, Ryan? All right, dude, I'm going to send it to you right now. If it'll come up, it's being slow. Living good. Not just surviving, but living, right? A few more minutes, yeah. I'll be on here for a few more minutes. Still got a collective reading, and if anybody'd like to enter the drawing, $5 tip or more, I'll pull you 3 cards, give you a 3-card reading, and you'll go into a drawing for the 20-minute session I'll be giving away at the end of this month. Let's see. Why can I not find you, dude? I was just talking to you. Yeah, you're in there, Ryan. Okay, Janet, thank you. My dogs, yeah. Look at them laying butt to butt right now. Phone, with the phone. All right, man, I sent it. Thank you, Janet, for the $10. All right, what are we looking into today, Janet? As usual. Hello, Senga. Senga Blades. Sounds like a video game or some weapons. All right. So we're going to go general direction. We're going to connect to those who have passed on for you. Let's see who comes through. It might just be a collective of people. It's usually Michael. There he is. All right, Omar, I'm just doing a reading. Welcome, Omar, from Watchers Talk, y'all. We go here and talk
What's up, brother? Thank you.
Not much, man. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Just very excited. Bringing our granddaughter home in the next day or so. So,
I know. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Omar's
thank you.
got a new granddaughter.
Yeah, first one, so I'm pretty excited. And with this whole thing going on, can't have more than a couple of people in the room, right? And only some
Right.
designated people. But thinking tomorrow, baby should be released and then coming home.
Nice. Very nice. That's good, man. That's awesome. I'm just doing a reading for Janet real quick.
You can put yourself on full screen, bro.
Okay.
So that you can do the reading. I don't want to get in the way of that.
Yeah, I can put myself on full screen. Let me see here. Let's go right there. Wait, how do I do that? There we go. All right, Janet. So first card is the rattle. As I see this intuitively, I mean, this is about bringing up that vibration. I feel like you have done that. You've made a conscious effort to do that. So your guides are telling you, and those who have passed on are telling you, you've done a good job. This is where the messages are coming from, but they're saying you're still not taking care of yourself enough. That's what the Earth card is. We're nurturing. Maybe I feel like you're doing better, but really paying attention to yourself. Then that doesn't just mean, it means your physical, your mental, your emotional health. Really being able to tune in to these people yourself, which I feel like you do, I feel like mostly with Michael, but not just living in that life, right? There's more life other than that. So not just being stuck or letting yourself get stuck, but nurturing yourself, treating yourself sometimes to think him four-legged. Ooh, you've got some animal spirit around you. You've been getting contacted a lot or connecting with a certain animal lately. I feel like you have. Like then I feel like that animal's bringing you a message, mostly of their own, their spirit, right? That animal spirit. What does that animal spirit represent to you? So pay attention. That was the future card. So pay attention to that. All right, let me let one more back on here. All right, dude. Whoops, I just didn't mean to do that. There we go. All right. So I think we want this one. Where is it? That one. There we go. Anyway.
Awesomeness, man.
Or cat, nice. So yeah, what did you want to come on and talk about, man? You want to talk about this weekend and what you've got planned? And
I talked about this event coming up this weekend. I'm pretty stoked about it, pretty excited, and actually really excited that you're hosting this instead of myself. So
I know.
so I'm looking forward to coming on and talking about this. When you asked me to come on here and talked about the galactic human origins, instantly I had this idea in my mind to put together this presentation that is spiritually inclined as well, because there's two levels to our human awareness, which is our physical self and then our spiritual self as well, right? Which you're connected to. So I thought I would put together like a genealogy almost of our galactic family and pinpoint as to where humanity really began and how there's other human and ET civilizations out there that we are like cousins to almost. So I've put something like that together, talking about densities and 12th density beings, and then fifth density beings, sixth, third, two, so on and so on. Here, I'll quickly share my screen with you just to give people a quick glimpse into what I'm going to be doing.
Okay.
So I'll toss that on here. Let me know when you can see this.
Right there. There we go.
Do you see the bro?
Yep. It's not showing up yet, but there we go.
This is the part of the presentation that almost complete this presentation here. I'm working on actually a couple of them. So I'm not really going to discuss what I'm going to be talking about. I'm just going to show some quick images and maybe go over some quick, fast highlights. Right.
Okay.
So it's essentially to point out where we come from, right, and where our
Right.
space in our galaxy is, and where we are within our universe, and and then with all these stars and all these other universes around, we can definitely say that there's life out there. And in fact, I attend a lot of conferences and stuff talking about experiencers and contactees who channelers and such like that are telling us that we are connected with dozens and dozens of different species, and some of these species are like 12th density, 9, 6, third. It just depends in which part of space and time that you're from. Right, so I talk
Yeah.
about the source and see where our source is, and then stuff like that, right? Who helped develop humanity, where we are, how we were genetically tinkered with, and how that genetic tinkering has led to our low vibratory existence that we are in right now. So it's going back to the source to really heal and fix the genetic tinkering that happened, like for instance the telomeres that dictate how long everything lives and how long before something dies, right? But we know that those telomeres have been capped off, so we only have like an extended amount of time. So maybe could it be, the question I'm asking is that uh, could longevity have something to do with our spiritual awareness, and then to reach that higher state of spiritual you know what I'm saying, like our
Yeah.
spiritual evolution, because our telomeres have been uh, you know cut off and limited to how long we can live, because we know that
Yeah.
people in the past lived for 1,000 years, 900 years, 1,200 years, something like that, and they were very enlightened people. So the question I'm asking is that with this genetic engineering that's happened to us, could that be a part of our lack of spiritual awareness?
Yes.
Right, could that be a part of our lack of self spiritual awareness, because we only live 80 or 90 years, and because of the programming that we go through life, which takes up majority of our life, and then we're trapped into this routine that we're stuck in, this Monday through Friday weekend, 9 to 5, 8 to 6, whatever routine.
Yeah.
So if we lived a little bit longer, say if we lived 200 years or 300 years, then could we at some given time, in our 70s or even our 80s, to begin to understand our consciousness and begin to focus on our consciousness? And
Right.
once we begin to focus on our consciousness, then our awareness begins to increase as well. And then our spirituality begins to increase as well. So the question I'm really asking in this presentation is that, could the cutting off or capping off the telomeres be the problem to what we are, the position that we're in today? It's really difficult to explain, like the language to use, right? So that
It's
we don't get.
basically like your DNA and what's written in your DNA, how long this body will last, right?
Yeah, well, that, and we gotta also keep in mind and that there's a difference in between intelligence and intellect, right? Our intellect
Yeah.
is a container within our brain that that we're programmed to believe. Like, if you read a book, for instance, if you read this book right here, then your
Yeah.
intellect will be increased a little bit, because now you're just a little bit more aware. But the
Right.
intelligence is something different, because your body is intelligent. Your body is breathing, is digesting, it holds genetic memory, it holds ancestral memory, it remembers what your grandfather looked like a million years ago, right down to the finest of the details, to hairs, right? That's intelligence. Now, can we, use that intelligence to treat the trauma that's happened to us through this genetic extraterrestrial tinkering that's capped off our telomeres so that we only live a certain amount of time. So I'm trying to connect the longevity of ourselves to our spiritual connection, right? The less time that you have on the earth is the less time you have to connect with yourself. And the longer time that you have to live on this earth, longer period you have to connect with yourself and to understand what you are and where you come from. Because see, the problem is, Shaman, is that people don't focus on their consciousness. People just focus on the external world from birth to grave, cradle to grave,
Right.
right? That's all it is. There's
And
never an
taking
internal
yourself
focus
into a
on yourself.
subconscious. It's like living from the subconscious all the time, where they're not
That's
quite,
right.
or the unconscious, right? Like just being kind of unconscious.
Mhm.
We say that zombie apocalypse. Well, I see a lot of that going on right now, and it's been going on. There's always been those type of people that have just droned through everything. But yeah, it's going to be interesting because I feel like, yeah, there's been mentions in the Bible and mentions in ancient teachings of people living to be, what was it, 400
1200 years.
years or
Yeah,
1200
there's
years?
what was his name? Noah. He
Yeah,
was like 800 years old or 500 years old when he had his first child, right? So you've already got 500 years under your belt before you have a baby. Imagine how wise you would be. The knowledge that you can
yeah.
give your child after 500 years of existence on this planet. Now, we're looking at, like 16 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years is when
Yeah,
people
how
are
long
having
did
children.
Gilgamesh live that long too, right? That was even
Yeah,
before the
exactly.
Bible. And he was
Yeah,
in
and
a
then
flood as
there's
well.
Yeah, and then there's Hermes, I believe. There's a saying that of longevity that comes after one of these guys who had lived for like 1200 years. But there's people in Tibet and people in the Himalayas and northern Pakistan, western China that
Mhm.
live even today like 250 years, 300 years, right?
Yeah,
There are people on the planet right now that are alive that long, but that's very few in between, right? If we were,
yeah.
imagine the shit show that would be on this planet if we all lived like 800-900 years. But imagine how wise we would be too after having lived on this planet for 800-900 years. There'd be a lack of war, right? Because you settled all your differences
Yeah.
a long long time ago, so it would be a pretty peaceful place, right? But the point is that people don't they
It'll
don't
be a
focus
peaceful
on
place. It
their
could be a
own.
peaceful place, but it could also be a place like the Highlander too, if we were all that
Yeah,
immortal.
yeah, there can be only one, but we are
Yeah,
living
right?
the Highlander. We are living the Highlander game if
I
we,
know.
really think about it, because at the end we all go back to the source, which is one, right? So there can really be only one at
Yeah.
the end of the day. But is that really what it is, Shaman? Is I gotta ask you, is because I'm doing I had a download not long ago, and I'm putting together a presentation on the zero dimension and the zero state of mind and the zero awareness of the avatar to go into the nothing, because nothing in my downloads telling me is that it's the real source of everything, because everything manifests out of nothing, right? Like consciousness in itself manifested out of nothing, so nothing is actually the
But where
true
did nothing
source.
come from?
Nothing is a paradox,
Nothing is a
right?
void. So right
That's
as well,
right.
yeah, it is and it can be reconciled, but I think we need to think about it.
That's
Like I think about it more in cycles, like
Yeah,
the dark and then the light, and then
yeah.
or the middle and then the light. So there's the void, and then there's the creation, and then it goes back to the void again. It's that constant, like that's how I see it.
It would
So that's
be
why I know it's going to be a great
yeah.
conversation,
I
a
see
great little
nothing
lesson.
as Yeah, I see nothing as like when we share screens and you get that infinite mirror effect,
Oh
right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's nothing inside of nothing, inside of nothing, inside of nothing, inside of
right,
nothing. And from that nothing is where our consciousness, which is an expression of nothing,
yeah.
derived from. So its birthplace is out of nothing, right? So even when we look at our universe, right, the big bang, for instance, it happened in nothing, right? They don't go back prior to telling you where the Big Bang happened, because the Big Bang had to have happened somewhere. So it happened in nothing, right? It happened in nothing, and then it became aware of itself, this universe. And then
Yeah.
there's all those other bangs around too that happened, and then those became aware of themselves, and then they're in existence of their own within the nothing, right? So
Right.
everything, this consciousness that we're experiencing, like this microphone, this TV, you, my mouse, whatever, it's an all of it is an expression of the consciousness, but the consciousness in itself is the expression of nothing, right? So when we go into the zero state of mind, then it's in that zero state of mind that we're actually connecting with the nothing, right?
Yeah.
And it's in that nothing, if you can, creatively visualize, and you're very good at visualizing, then in that state of zero, in that state of nothing, you can begin to creatively visualize the things that you want, the things that you need, the things that you desire. And if you're able to hold that visualization,
Yeah.
then through coincidences and sheer luck and things like that, whatever it is that you're holding in your mind will begin to manifest into the material world. But I challenge anyone in the audience to go ahead and close their eyes and visualize the number one and hold that number one for an extended period of time. I would say that majority of the people will not be able to do it because we're not practiced to do it.
Right.
Take your own television, take a memory of your child or the memory of your parent or even yourself, and you close your eyes and you visualize that person. You might be able to visualize it for like a millisecond or a nanosecond, but you won't be able to hold it, right? I'm not saying that you can't hold it. What I'm saying is that right now you won't be able to hold it, but through practice, you'll be able to hold that visualization in your mind. And then once you can hold it in your mind and you can see it within your mind and that nothingness where everything manifests from, then whatever it is that you're visualizing will begin to manifest in the material world.
Yeah. I can tell you just from, and I know, some people say it was hallucination, but whenever I've done psychedelics, the best ones, the ones that have really worked, I held my phone and my phone just melted in my hand. Like all the letters fell off. I know there's something to what you're saying, and I feel like there's a lot of ways to explore it.
Mm-hmm.
But that is a way to kind of bring you up into that higher level of consciousness. So as you have
Yeah.
that higher level of consciousness, like my daughter's got she just took some video of some UFOs she got last night here in like west of Salt Lake. Dude, one looks like a pyramid. I've never seen one like that before.
Really, eh?
At least from what I'll send you the videos.
Yeah,
They're
please
not
do.
good enough, but I know you've looked at a lot of footage of videos, so you can tell that it's not like a helicopter. It doesn't look like a helicopter at all. It looks like
Yeah.
a pyramid, dude. And then it's got a light on top that flashes. It looks just like a pyramid. I've never seen one like that before. But we have to be at a higher consciousness. Like people that are in that third density consciousness are not going to see them.
No, and
They're not. I feel like we've already ascended our consciousness to fifth dimension. We kind of bounce back in from fourth to fifth because we're never in third. We just view in third from the fourth, right? You know how that works.
yeah.
So I'm sorry, I don't mean to be confusing anybody, but actually, if you that's when people don't see the UFOs, it's because you're not bringing yourself to that level of consciousness. There is either fear or something holding you back, or that focus you can't bring. My daughter's been bringing a lot of them in lately. She says they're drones. I'm like, those aren't drones. Like you're seeing UFOs, but I think that they've always been here. They're not coming from some far place. I think they're just in the higher dimensions, and we're not seeing them as much.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And, all the seminars and conferences and workshops and stuff and interviews that I've done, one thing that has been very consistent with all these researchers is that when UFOs manifest, they are manifesting to your consciousness, and
Right.
they express themselves to you according to the level of your consciousness. Like we can take the example of Ariel School, believe it is in Africa,
Yeah.
and in Nigeria. I think it was in Nigeria or something like that. It was just in that region somewhere, and this UFO had landed in a school field, and about 50 kids or so and staff and school workers had seen this very same UFO. But when researchers came back a little later to ask these people to draw what they had seen, you know, oddly enough, all of these people drew different aliens and the different shape of the UFO. Some saw a round, some saw a pyramidal shape, some saw circular, some saw a cigar. Right,
Yeah.
everyone saw a different type of ET as well. So this form of consciousness, which the UFO is, and whatever that comes out of it, it's based on the level of your consciousness and your self-awareness. Because if you're not self-aware, then how can you be aware of external things when you're not even aware of internal? Like, you need to be able to
Right.
understand the internal in order to understand the external, because what, as above, so below as above, right? So
Yeah.
the two go hand in hand. So what I was saying earlier is that people don't focus on their own consciousness, and they take it for granted, right? Like,
Yeah.
they take their conscious breathing or their breathing for granted. They say, oh, I just breathe and that's it, it just does it automatically. But if you actually sit there and hum and breathe, in and out very slowly, and you let out like a bee type of sound when you're humming and you're meditating, it's
Yeah.
supposed to be good for your mind, and is supposed to relieve stress. So if you go like a
That's homing, bro. Yeah. You can actually, when you do that enough, you can actually feel it jetting off of you.
Yeah, exactly. It's vibrating, and it's lining up your chakra system, your highway of energy, and it lines it up because it's kind of in a wavy shape, right? So when it lines it up, and you have that direct energy that goes from your root chakra, where all of your ego and desires and everything is, and as that hum and as that breathing, that conscious breathing comes in and moves through your chakra system, then eventually it comes to your crown. From your crown, when you let go of that energy that you're aligning yourself with, because you got that used up energy within your avatar, right? So every day some people should do conscious breathing to recycle that energy. But you know going back to the point, is that people don't focus on their consciousness. And if people focus on their consciousness and begin to look internally, then they'll find is that they're encountering a lot of UFOs, because they're everywhere. They literally are. My wife
Yeah.
sees them. I've seen a few, but not as much as my
Everywhere.
wife does. But it seems that UFOs show themselves more to women than to men, for maybe it's because of the divine feminine energy that women carry, or something.
Different vibration, bro. Yep, that
Yeah,
feminine
yeah, something
vibration.
towards that line.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they're
So yeah,
easier, like they're more apt to feel things. I think that they can handle things better. But I mean, I know because I've tuned into it, I'm always wanting it. I'm always calling it in. That's why we've seen them. Me and Norma see them all the time. Like, we'll see
yeah,
strange things in the sky. I've seen beings flying around in the sky. Like, people don't even realize they're like, like whales in the ocean.
fairies.
There are things in
Yeah,
the sky that you don't understand that are coming from that extra dimension or that higher dimension or other dimension. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to get into all this, and hopefully we can all kind of ascend a little further into those higher dimensions or stay there a little longer each time we make that jump. Um, which we do on a daily basis. We do it constantly, just
yeah.
depending on where we're at and what vibration we're in. We're always kind of jumping back and forth, though, and I think that this will help enlighten me and you and everybody that's involved. So please make sure you get your tickets. It's on my website. It's on my announcement, and it is on my Facebook page. And make sure you go to Omar Watchers Talk on YouTube. And you're still on Facebook, right?
Yeah, I'm very limited on Facebook. I just don't appreciate being censored, and
Right.
things like that. So now, my focus is just my YouTube channel, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. I got my community tab happening there, so I share a lot of content on the community tab. And then tomorrow I have a members only live stream happening, and I'm gonna discuss some techniques, meditation techniques, and some alignment of chakras, and how we can clear the energies in the chakra, and how to get into the Bindu state. Right, the Bindu state is the 0 point state, as I was talking about earlier, the nothing state, where you go from your crown into that nothing, into the void. And so I'm going to be talking
Yeah.
about that, and that is a members only stream happening tomorrow. You can become a member for like $1.99 a month, and you get access to like just tons of content, a lot of posts I make for members only throughout the month, and the live streams I do for members only, interviews I do members only. And I have the now my channel's broken into like two aspects, right? Because I can't go out there and work now because of the mandates that are there. So my intention is now to just work from home. So my YouTube channel is broken down into two aspects. One is the public, and then the other is the private for members only. Right. So I usually put 75% of my stuff for public, and then 25% for members. And I'm kind of increasing a lot more on member content because I really want them to feel involved, and because I get a lot of downloads, right? So because I get a lot of downloads, and because I speak to a lot of people, I come across a shit ton of information, and
Yeah.
and I want to be able to relay that information forward. And and people are helping my channel, so if they're helping my channel, I want make them a priority, and
Right.
and give them a lot more than what I put out in the public domain, right? But
Yeah.
both are open, but like I said, I can't go out there and work anymore, so $1.99 a
Yeah.
month.
That sucks.
Yeah, $1.99 a month helps. And and
Yes, go over and help him out. Help out Omar on
yeah,
Watchers Talk on YouTube. Go check it out.
helps
There's a lot of great
it.
material on there so far. He's been doing it for years. And we're going to be on this weekend. And make sure you go sign up, subscribe to his channel, and become a member. He needs, that's people power. That's how I'm living. That's
Yeah,
how I'm and being able to give something back and trading that energy. And it all flows if we're all comfortable with each other, and we like what we see, and we start really investing in things we want and things we like to see, instead of investing in things that really don't matter. Plastic shit that we're about to buy here come Christmas, it's going to be, let's go buy a bunch of plastic shit for our kid or whatever, you know what I mean? Let's do something.
yeah.
It's important to invest in people and not in these huge entities that just get bigger because of it, and that's why we're in this situation. That'll be another show. We'll talk about it, another private show. But make sure you sign up for that and go check out Omar on Watchers Talk on YouTube. I'm going to give a collective reading, but thank you, Omar, for coming on today, and I will see you Saturday, brother.
Awesomeness, brother. I will see you on Saturday. Love you, Shaman, and have yourself a wonderful day. Give my love to Norma, and
Peace, brother.
let's rock this out on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Love you,
Yes, I
brother.
will.
Bye.
Have a good one, man. Omar Fiazi from Watchers Talk. It's very good. Got a lot of good shows. So I haven't seen any other donations, so I think we're just going to close it out with a collective reading for all of us. But we have had a few donations today, so thank you for those who've donated. Trinia, Denise, I can't even remember all of them. Jonna, who else? Janet. And I think Mary, Trinia, Denise. I thought there was one. Yes, there is. Lori. And Lori. Thank you, Lori. Donations go right here. Let me see here. If you see that link at the bottom here, I'm going to send my link tree in there. And it's got all my pay links. All right, I just sent it in the chat. A very interesting conversation, and we're going to have a very good event on Saturday, 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 3 o'clock Eastern. Go check it out on my Facebook page. You should be able to get a ticket from there. If not, just go look up Our Ancient Galactic Origins is the title of our event, and it's on Eventbrite. But I was going to do a collective here, so let's see. Let's do one for the collective. All this. Thank you all for sticking around. Those who did stick around. I know it wasn't readings, but we were talking about our event, and those tend to glean a lot of information out of those. All the guests, and he usually has a lot of good guests. Basically, that's what he does, get on and talk about different things, metaphysical and spiritual and ancient history. He has a lot of good info and content on his channel. Make sure you check him out. So the Hierophant. You got the Hierophant, 10 of Swords, or 8 of Swords, and the Page of Swords. So requiring our intellect and our intelligence, the Hierophant is about keeping things, being more spiritual side, but the more organized spiritually. So we need to organize our thoughts, organize our manifestations, just try to keep everything a little bit more organized. I mean, I get these readings a lot where spirits always say that keep things and organized and neat and tidy. And I feel like that's where we need to be. The 8 of Swords is about feeling trapped or kind of waiting on something. Now remember, I think we're just coming out of that Mercury retrograde, so things are going to start picking up here soon. So if you're feeling like things are just kind of stuck anywhere, it's time to really kind of be patient and let that energy pick up again. Because I feel like by tomorrow, the next day, we're going to feel that. I mean, it already has. I can feel it. Feel it even better. And I do feel like good news is coming. So good news by mail, by email, some type of money. Make sure you don't pass it up. Don't get screwed over by some of these, scammers. But I feel like there is maybe you're getting a phone call. The Page of Swords is bringing through feels like paperwork, or not in a good way or a bad way. It feels positive. So remember that messenger, the Page of Swords is going to come through. Being patient right now, even if the energy still feels a little slow, don't get too discouraged. Right? We are coming out of that Mercury retrograde, and that is going to. I think there's a couple other planets that need to come out of retrograde where we're really going to feel it. But we have that Jupiter energy coming, through right now, and that's always a good energy for me. So if nobody wants to still donate this time, but if you do want to leave a tip later, if you're watching this on replay, if you leave a tip and just send me a message, I can still give you a 3-card reading. It'll just be over Messenger, and you will go into the raffle for, if it's $5 or more, you will go into the raffle to win the free 20-minute reading at the end of the month. But if looks like nobody's, let me see here. No, Agnes. Let me see here. Where is Agnes? Oh, I see it. Yeah, $13.05, $13.05. It might have been 14, but they take something out when you send it. Okay, Agnes, do you have a question? Or are we just doing general? General, okay. I feel like the shamanic medicine deck for you. If you want the Rider-Waite, just let me know, and I can shuffle the Rider-Waite deck for you. So one more of these on here live for Senga Blades. Your real name's Agnes, though, right? And then I will let you go. But if you'd like to schedule, if you like what you've seen, go to my website here at psychicshaman333.com. You can schedule a reading with me, or a healing, a chakra balance. I think I've only got one reading tonight, but I feel like, the rest of the week's wide open right now so far. You want the rider weight? Is that what you're saying? You want the rider weight? Oh, you're saying your name is Agnes. Right. Okay. This one is for Agnes. Hello, Lisa. All right. Okay. I'll be up there in a second. Agnes, you've been hearing a lot from your ancestors or those who passed on. I feel like you're connecting with them right now. And maybe with those, you may be having some visions of past lives, or just small little visions, flashes here and there. Pay attention to that. This seems to be in the past. This is in the past position, so it's probably something that's already happened. But I do feel like it is something you want to listen to. So if you're seeing visions, or you're getting voices, or maybe your grandmother or somebody, your great-grandmother is talking to you, whoever this is, I feel like, I think it's many. I think it's a collective of people. So really paying attention to their wisdom, doing better where they've made mistakes, and knowing where they've done well, and really following that path. And the flute expression, it's time to take action. It's time to start expressing yourself any way you want to, but what's important is that you do. It's important that you express that energy. Don't let it get pent up to where you're feeling stressed or anxious, and then that wears you out. You get burnt out. It turns into depression. We want to make sure that we're always expressing ourselves, whether it be through art, music. There's a lot of different ways to do this, but I feel like self-expression is important right now for you. This is what brings your freedom. So if you're feeling like, sometimes we can just feel like a prisoner of our own mind, that expression is what lets go. Negative energy, positive energy, happy, sad. Feel like you need some type of a medium. So you get the birds for the third card, which is the future, which is talking about your freedom, gaining your freedom, but you have to go get it. It's not something we just have. We have to fight for it, right? And in your case, it would be more expressing yourself, freeing yourself from some of these mental burdens or emotional burdens you have, maybe memories that you're holding on to, or burdens. They feel a lot more like emotional and mental to me. But once you can start expressing yourself, even if it's just drawing, or like the automatic writing, do some of that. Believe you were a shaman in a past life? You probably were. So continue to connect. I feel like that the ancestors are going to help you with the expression and to find that freedom that you're looking for. So I feel like for the most part you're free, but I think this is more about self-improvement. So thank you very much, Senga, or Agnes. It's good. I've never seen you here before, so welcome, and thank you for the donation. You will all be going into the raffle at the end of the month for a 20-minute session. But until next time, thank you all for being here. I'll see you soon. I'll probably be back on tomorrow. So y'all have a great day, have a great night, have a great morning, wherever you're at in the world. We'll see you soon.